Every kid has dreams of becoming the next big thing on the basketball court. Today, several athletes will get one step closer in pursuing that goal here at the Leonard Center, McAllister College in St. Paul. We welcome you to another edition of the Triple Threat Girls Basketball Showcase. The first of 4 games features a bevy of 5th and 6th graders who hope to one day make an impact on varsity rosters and beyond. Greetings, everyone. I'm Mike Peden, back with you for another broadcast of the Triple Threat Girls Basketball Showcase, and we're certainly glad to offer this event once again and highlight some youngsters who will be hopefully making it big, just like Madden Greenway, Aaliyah Crump, and so many others have on the varsity level. Joining me is one of the most decorated athletes in St. Catherine history, Ty Holt. Still holds 2 career records, former MIAC 6 Woman of the Year, also the all-time leader at Humboldt. Ty, a decorated resume. Thanks for stopping by, but today the focus is going to be on these 5th and 6th graders out there, and you have several athletes in this field. What can we expect?
We should be able to expect hard work, fun, and hustle. I think you'll see a lot of smiles today. They really love basketball, so I'm excited to see what they're going to do.
We certainly are. Now, when you played, you got to do the All-Star Series, and I'm guessing you took part in your fair share of exhibition events. But all those years ago, usually those events were reserved for the seniors. What does it mean for these 5th and 6th graders to get a showcase event of their own?
I think it's just preparing them for what's next. They work hard, they have fun, and I think that just them being here on a college floor, it shows them what their future can look like.
I saw you were giving a little bit of advice at the start during warm-ups, reminding them, hey, there are 2 3-point lines. You can use the smaller one. What feedback, what tips would you have for these 5th and 6th graders? Because I'm guessing this is the first time they played any kind of game on a college court.
Yeah, I think that having fun, that's the main thing. Having fun. We talk a lot about manifesting, so just seeing yourself. You're here now. Who knows? You might be here again in the next few years. So, yeah, that's the only advice I have is push yourself, have fun, and make new friends.
Well, we are happy to make some new friends on the court and some new television friends as well for those who are watching this on YouTube and local stations. We'll be back to tip off the 2024 Triple Threat Girls Basketball Showcase in a moment. Twin Cities Sports Broadcasting and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves. Holloman, good if it goes. Yes! Game winners. From James. She's in trouble. Finds James. Tough shot! It goes in! And everything in between. Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. Let's put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching.
Announce the players real quick. So girls, when you hear your name, just step out there and have court when we start. Welcome everyone. We're going to do green first. Hi, green team. So this year, when you hear your name, go out to half court, give the crowd a wave, and then go back to your seat. So first, we have Mayberry, Watkins. Mattea Wilson. Shea Watkins. Reece Ards. Arianni Shaffa. I got Arianni right there. Nope, that's not my bad. I'm gonna tell you how to say it right. Arianni. Harmonie. 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 You go practice too. Coaches.
She told them people are named Reecie.
Blue team is coached up.
And they couldn't even say that right. They said Reecie.
It is the leader, Thornton Ford. Right? Say it.
Louise Thornton Faye.
Faye. Thornton Faye. I don't want to mess up Coach Shonda's name, because,
Chandria Bailey.
Look her up, she's on the same high school records for most points in the game. Minneapolis North High School. All right, we're gonna get started.
So the players have been introduced. We'll have the green team and the blue team, as indicated by the warm-ups, and we've got a couple experienced officials here as well, as Area Jackson Sherrod, who has been doing this for a long time, and Amy Sanchez, of course, is Area, a former All-Star, played in the All-Star Series back in 2015, played Division III at Emory University. And if we're going to wear the shirts, okay, did we not bring jerseys here?
That's probably my fault. Our reversibles aren't really really reversible.
Crystal say, take
there
your
we go.
shirts
Thank
off.
goodness.
Like-
Thank goodness.
They're not used to this. I think they were expecting to play with their warm-ups on. Now, we may have some duplicates. Well, I'm looking up here now, and yeah, not all the jerseys are matching up with the numbers we got on the rosters, so we will do our best.
I guess we'll call them by numbers instead of names today.
In some cases, well, and if parents are watching this, we had a program that had the rosters with numbers listed. And in past years, I guess when we get to the later games too, we should get this solved. In past years, we'd see folks wearing jerseys. I do see a few, so I'm looking at this. I think okay, because I see a couple of ones there, and I've got the rosters with me. You know what? That will help too. I'm looking at the jerseys because Crystal was able to print off the rosters. As you can tell, this is an exhibition event, and not quite the same pressure that comes with a section final or a state championship. We'll have 20-minute halves running time when we get started. I think we're still okay. Oh, we got to get the jerseys tucked in.
It looks like we have twin sisters jumping.
12 and a 5. So that would be Georgia Watkins and Shea Watkins.
Yes. I went down there to ask about them. I thought they were the 7th and 8th graders helping the younger girls.
Well, they very well could after this, but we're ready to go. These are 5th and 6th graders. And we're underway. Now, is that the right basket? I think think she went to the wrong basket. Oh, my. I think we nearly had a situation where they went to the wrong basket. Well, Georgia Watkins will inbound. Ty, I think these kids are still getting their legs under them here.
Yeah, I think so. They're just waking up.
So this is
First
the blue
shot.
team. That's Blake Harris.
Number
who hits
44 with the first shot.
She got that rainbow jumper. So this is the green team. And that's either Mayberry or Wilson. I'm trying to read the front of the jersey. That's Shea Watkins. We'll do our best to get names and numbers as we move along. That is Ellese Harfield with the post-up move. So we are tied at 2, green and blue.
Great. Okay, here we go, 2-2.
So this is the blue team. That is Cabela Nellem. Okay, I can make out the numbers there. And then Alana shot. No!
Uh-oh. First
was
steal.
picked.
First steal.
Who is that?
Rebound. Good follow.
That was number 1, Mattea Wilson. Okay. There are 2
Sisters
ones.
guarding sisters.
And Shea Watkins can't beat Georgia there. You think Shea and Georgia are going to have some smack talk after this, depending on who wins?
For sure.
Well,
It might be during the game.
Might be during the game. Something else to keep an eye on, like we said, that three-point line. Blake missed the jumper. Watkins rebound.
Good
put
finish.
back. Oh, that was a smooth touch on that jumper there, Ty.
Yeah, she made that look easy.
That is Georgia Watkins. Sixth grader. Again, these are 5th and 6th graders. 3 offline. Shea Watkins. The Watkins sisters, I'm guessing they're twins. I'll take a look here. Right now, we've got Harris on the run. I'm guessing she's related to Londyn.
Nope.
She is not.
Londyn
Londyn
is
Harris?
Londyn Harris.
Yes, out of
Oh,
Hopkins.
I think so. I believe so.
This is the first time I've seen a lot of these athletes. You used to seeing me. You are accustomed to seeing me covering high school games. Alana Shaw going up against Ellese Harfield there. We are playing running time and no shot clock.
Cabela's not used to playing post down there, so this is a new spot for her.
Well, everyone is learning the ropes today.
Yes.
I'm learning these names the first time. Oh, we got a little pick and roll. Well, a delayed pick and pop. I thought Wilson was going to go all the way in.
I thought she was going too.
I thought she had a lane. But you know what? In time, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing you were the same way. When did you start playing?
9th grade.
Oh, you were. That's
Ninth
right.
grade.
You were a latecomer to all this.
Yes,
I
I
forgot
was.
about that. Here's a 3.
That was a good shot.
But Georgia did remember you can go to that white line or that gray line. The blue line's the college line.
Oh, good move.
Good move. Wilson couldn't get the finish there, but nice touch. Watkins
Sister on
again.
sister.
Oh! Well, there's another battle of sister, and that time Shea got the better end of that one.
They just smile at each other.
I forgot you didn't start playing until 9th grade because when I saw you at Humboldt at St. Catherine, it looked like you've been doing that sport for years.
I wish that I would have started earlier.
Well, Georgia Watkins off to a good start here. She's got 4 points, a couple of jumpers already. And Georgia, 6th grader, I have a feeling the way she's playing right now, we're going to be hearing about her soon.
Oh, for sure.
Especially when you think about all the 7th graders that suit up and are ready to go. Addie Mack, Madden Greenway, Chloe Johnson.
Looks like they're starting to get their wiggles out. They were nervous. Ooh,
Blake
good
Harris
shot.
certainly isn't nervous.
It's a lefty.
And it's 8-2, blue team over green team. The blue team is the home team on the scoreboard. The green team.
They got to get a
the
hold on
away.
number 1.
Well, Wilson,
getting to the
she's
bucket.
missed a couple of looks now. Goes for the reverse.
Good rebound.
Hasn't gotten a shot to fall, but I will say this, Wilson has some solid form. And we'll get a couple of subs in. So this will be Layla Mayberry. And 34, I don't know who 34 is. That may be, oh, there we go. Konadu Sam-Brew, that's who it is. And Arianni Shaffa going in for the green team.
They're all excited to play. No one wants to sub out.
I'm sure when you were a player, you were feeling the same thing. You never wanted to sub out, right?
Never. Even when I was tired. Good
Oh
shot.
my, Georgia Watkins. I don't think she's tired at all. She's ready to go.
6 points. 5 minutes in, 6 points. That's pretty good.
And the blue team is up 10-2 over the green team. That
She
will
loves
be
to
a
attack
foul.
the rim. It reminds me of myself.
Mattea Wilson, she has been getting after it in the early going. Mattea, Apple Valley Middle School. Still hasn't hit a growth spurt yet, just standing at 5 feet. But with these 5th, 6th graders, they'll be hitting that spurt soon. Or at least that's a hope. And I think I see Londyn, maybe? That looks like Londyn Harris. We'll have some players make their way in throughout the day. The clock is stopped. There we go.
10-2. Green's got to get some points on the board.
Well, Wilson looking for a lane, double dribble. Good closeout there by the green team. And I'm looking for a number.
She can attack both left and right, I noticed. That's good.
I can't make out the number from that one post player. Okay, I see 15.
Good take. Oh, good take by Alana Shaw.
Wilson. Watkins tracking her
There it
down,
is. There
but
it is.
Wilson beats her to the rim. And Mattea Wilson gets on the board. Given her spunk, you knew it was just a matter of time before she got that first one to go. Watkins
There she is.
beats her sister and says, "Thank you very much. I'll
Another
take
2
that."
points.
Georgia's got 8 points now.
Oh, they might want to stop her.
I was going to say, right now Georgia's beating up on Shea. That could be a one-sided smack talk session if Georgia keeps this up. We got to get Shea some points here.
It's going to be very interesting at dinner tonight. There she
Wilson,
is.
the runner, can't get the bounce. And
She's going again.
I've noticed we're using the WNBA ball. Or a replica.
Another one.
Watkins, well, she's feeling it. Can't get the jumper to go. Rebound by number 1. I want to say that's Mayberry. Okay, so they switch Mayberry over to the blue team. These kids are wearing either their high school or in this case their AAU jerseys for most of them, so they don't have a specific color designation. Well, we have the light and the dark team, but green and blue is how they've been categorized based on the warm-ups. So Mayberry is playing for the blue team. Harris took a walk, and Azaria, she's not going to let that go unnoticed. Go ahead.
One thing I know my girls were saying, they were very nervous and playing with people that aren't normally on their team. So I know a lot of them are probably feeling that right now. So this is really good for them. This is really good for them.
And I think it's important to remind everyone watching this, you went through that too in the All-Star Series all those years ago because you were the only Humboldt athlete. And usually most teams, most schools only send 2 players at most.
Yeah.
So some of your teammates, I'm trying to remember who was in that field because Onyo Simonem was an all-star. Janae Morton, who just won a championship with MSU Mankato as an assistant coach. Tyshana Johnson and Lena Starr. Rebecca Dahlman, Jessica January. Transition play
Layup.
is there for Londyn Buchanan. Konadu Sam-Brew set her up. And it's 14-4 blue team over green team.
Good help defense. Londyn with the steal.
Buchanan has to find help, finds Mayberry. Now Mayberry used the dribble up. Sam-Brew faking the 3, back to Mayberry.
I don't think they noticed that that's a college 3.
I've noticed that even in state tournaments or invitationals that I've covered, Ty, at the high school level, a lot of players, they look toward whatever that first line is. They don't necessarily think about which one is the three-point line. A lot of the colleges, especially at D3, Hamlin, St. Catherine, of course you would know that because St. Catherine has a high school invitational, the MLK Classic.
Yeah.
They have separate lines for both high school and college. As we get a runner, Maleah Watkins can't knock it down. Green team with the rebound, back to Watkins. She'll try the baseline J.
Got a rebound from Harmonie. 2 rebounds in a row.
Wilson knocks down the three.
Second chance.
Mattea Wilson with a quick 5.
Number 1 coming down.
That's Mayberry, Harmonie Mayberry. Layla Mayberry. No, there is a Harmonie Mayberry who goes to Park Center. She's going to be playing later, I believe. Harris. I think Wilson got the block there. Arianni Shaffa will bring it up. 14-7. Green team looking to get back in this. That's a 3.
Good rebound.
Short. Shaffa with the board, yes. Over to Watkins. So we've got Maleah Watkins, Georgia, and Shea. I don't know if all 3 of them are related. Possibly. Maleah, the 5th grader. And I'm looking at this roster. No, I think they are, yeah. It's because I see that Richfield middle, Richfield stem. So I think they all are playing. I think they all are sisters, maybe a cousin.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
I don't want to make any assumptions because I have seen players. There was one time I did an all-star series where there were 2 Fulda players who had the same last name but were not related in any way. Just
we have
random chance. Go
2
ahead.
Shaws playing today. We have
Well,
5th grade Shaw here.
Oh, yes.
And 9th grade Shaw from Como. They are cousins.
Transition play, not quite on target, but that's all right. Now I see 2 22s out there. I'm trying to think which one belongs to who. So one of them, I think, is Buchanan with Lady Legends. The other is wearing a Metro Stars jersey, and I'm not sure who that is.
Ooh, good
but
take.
I know who
and
that
one.
is. It's
and
Shaffa.
one. Good take. Very strong.
Well, you know what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to have to go down to the scores table and confirm. You know what? Just like AAU. I don't know. You played AAU, did you not?
A little bit. Just a little bit.
You missed your calling. No, actually, Shaffa's at the line here for a 3-point play, which she converts.
And one.
The story behind that is when I was covering AAU tournaments as a writer, sometimes you would get a late edition or a player would have to switch jerseys, and it wasn't always communicated. As Georgia Watkins misses the elbow J, and I'd have to go to the scores table during a timeout or a halftime break and ask, okay, who's wearing this number? It's really important as a broadcaster because I want to get all of the players in here. Quite a few Lady Legends. Now they're wearing the purple.
Yeah, we have
apparel,
a purple
right?
side and a black side.
I think one of them has black numbers.
Correct.
Well, Georgia Watkins back in black. The lady in black, I guess, is what we could call her. She's got 10 points now. Great
advantage
high-low
down
play.
there.
And Harfield scores for the green team. 16-12. Someone's got to tie a shoe. Well, Ty, I like the color scheme. I'd say for the purple, you might want to look at getting a white number.
Yeah.
Because I can hardly read that. I'm not blaming you or holding you responsible.
No, that's definitely something we've thought about. We try not to wear that side at tournaments now.
Because I think that's Reecie Ards, number 15, yes.
Correct.
For the green team.
Yep.
Thankfully, they have numbers on their shorts or I'd be in big trouble. Watkins, a side fade. She is not lacking confidence, Ty.
0.
Georgia is ready to go.
She deserves all that. She's working.
Well, she'll be eligible for varsity next year, and you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if she makes a roster, or at least JV on a roster.
I can definitely see that happening.
Just imagine if you played at that age. How many
Think
more
about it
points
all
could
the time.
you? Well, we got a putback for Shea Watkins,
There
and
we
she's
go.
on the board. Well, remember, we've got 3 Watkins sisters, we think, going at it. And if Shea was left without a point, oh, that would be some real savage smack talk. So Shea's on the board. It's 16-14 with 7.5 minutes to go in the first half. Your thoughts so far, Ty?
I still think they might be just as nervous as I am.
You don't look nervous to me. You look like you've been at this for years. Harris. Swish.
Ooh, good shot.
Now, I've noticed Harris, and there are some other players who maybe don't have as much experience yet. They put a lot of arc on those jumpers.
Yep. All her
Yes.
shots have come from the left side, too.
Harfield working that left side, can't get it to go. That is number
Good
22.
hustle. Good hustle, Harmonie.
If we get a timeout or if we go to halftime, I'm going to go down there to figure out who 22 is for the green or the blue team, who leads 19-14. Over the green team. Triple Threat Girls Basketball Showcase. It's been going on for 8 years. There was no event in 2020 because of you know what, but this event began in 2018. And Crystal has continued it since. We've been fortunate to cover it a couple of times. Happy to be back at a new venue. That's a reverse that doesn't go in for Sam-Brew. Rebound, Shea Watkins. Watkins around, used up the dribble, kicks out to Shaffa. She's looking for shooting space. Watkins fires, misses the 3. Rebound Sam-Brew. And I understand there will be a 3-point shootout at the end of this game, and we'll try to get a player of the game or two to join us.
Oh, man.
And right now, Blake Harris
She's on
and
fire.
Georgia Watkins, they are teaming up nicely. 10 points for Watkins, 8 for Harris. Blue team up 21-14 over the green team. Green team, they've got to get to work here, Ty. You've got 2 players who are fired up, ready to go.
Oh, that was great defense.
Absolutely for number 22, but the scrum is won by the green team. Shaffa's 3.
Long 3.
Watkins missing.
Good put back.
Harfield does not. And Ellese Harfield has 6 points for the green team. 5'8" post player. And that's Tisa Mitchell. I think she's found her footing now. She's done PA announcing in past events. That's Sam-Brew. Elbow Jade doesn't go, and it will bounce out of bounds with 5:06 left in the first. I guess we are going with stoppage time. I thought it was going to be running time.
I get caught watching it. It's like a,
Well, several of your athletes are out there,
Yeah.
the Lady Legends. What did you come up with that name?
they did.
They did.
Yeah.
What was your first choice?
We actually were NLG. We had a girls group at one point called No Limit Girls. So we went with NLG, then we switched over and I let them choose it. I want them to build the foundation of who they want to be. That's what they come up, long 3.
Touch 3 doesn't go in for Wilson. What would have happened if they suggested the water coolers?
Not happening. Ooh.
Well, I'll tell you what, Georgia Watkins, she is cool as a cucumber, cool as the other side of the pillow, as Stuart Scott would say. But the story behind it, I covered a game of ties at Humboldt Highland, and Ty, diving for a loose ball, inadvertently knocked into a water cooler and delayed the game for 5 minutes because we had to wipe it up. Or the custodians had to wipe it up. I think you call that the most embarrassing moment of your career?
Yeah, I think that definitely was.
I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been liquid nitrogen, and you would have been in real trouble.
You would thought of the water would have cooled me down, but it was too cold.
You were cold already. Well, you were cold as ice out in the court in your days as a player. Still second on the all-time scoring list at St. Catherine. Timeout. All right, Ty, I'm going to figure out who that other 22 is.
Sounds good to
Give me a
Mike.
moment, and why don't you share your thoughts on this game while I figure that out?
Okay. I think the kids are starting to get a little warmed up with each other. I'm seeing more smiles on the court, so that's fun.
Mic'd Up Sports is TSB Television's talk show series. Available on all major podcast platforms, we offer sports figures, past and present, a place to convey stories and adventures on a deeper level than our traditional game coverage. Whether you're a superstar athlete or someone who works behind the scenes, we'd be honored to share your story. If you'd like to be a guest, contact us at Peden on all major social platforms.
This is pretty cool to see all these women here working the table, reffing, doing cameras, helping out high school players, old players. I'm an old player. So this is pretty cool to see the community come together, the opportunity that it gives. My girls were here last year. We came to watch, and they couldn't wait to be old enough to play.
Okay, we've got a name. It's Jade Brownlee. That's the other young woman wearing number 22.
Oh, Jade, okay. All right.
Brownlee. And she was listed on the roster, just was a late arrival because there's a marathon, I think, going on, and it's causing some traffic issues. One of our camera ops had to deal with that, and if she had trouble getting here, I was going to tell Raylan, oh, just run them over. No, I wouldn't do. No, I'm kidding.
By any means necessary.
No, don't run people over. On the court, maybe, that's fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Ty did, all those blow-by moves. That is fine, but not anywhere else.
A few charges, too.
3:35 to go in the first half. The blue team up 23-16 over the green team. Shea Watkins with the rebound.
Sister on sister.
The Watkins kids, they've got some height, I've noticed. All three of them, especially Shea and Georgia.
Yeah.
I'm looking. Georgia's 5'10", Shea's 5'11". Have they hit the growth spurt yet? I'm going to feel real short.
I walked down there. I felt real short.
Well, you're still taller than your godmother, even though she likes to call you Little Ty. But Shaffa is certainly not little. 23-18, green team trailed early. They've been trying to make a fight of it here with 2:50 to go in the first half. Oh, a little give and go. Back out to Watkins. They're going to keep feeding her the ball, and that rebound was collected by Maleah Watkins, the youngest of the three Watkins kids. Shaffa again, puts on the brakes. We'll bounce it over to Harfield. Can't get the bounce on that jumper.
That was a great box out. I heard them say box out.
It will be green ball. 2:23 left. I thought we were doing running time, but I guess we're going stoppage time.
I'm glad we're not.
Well, and this game won't take as long as your typical games do. Whoa, big hole.
There she is.
Wilson.
She knows how to find the gap.
I don't care what your age is. You give somebody that wide of a gap, they're driving through it.
Yeah, for certain. It was a great finish.
Now, she's not one of your athletes. I was going to ask if you taught her that. But you do have several of them in this game.
I do.
That's Sam-Brew. Can't get it to go.
There she is. There she is.
Watkins to Wilson. Mattea with a step on Brownlee.
Ah.
Oh, close. I thought she had it. And that's one of yours, Alana? Alana.
And her sister, Cabela.
Oh, they're sisters?
Yep.
Oh, I would not have guessed because they have different last names, but
yeah.
They are sisters. Oh, you know what?
Good layup.
Ronnie Porter of Como Park, similar situation. We'll see her younger sister, Amani Crump, out there.
Those are Alana Shaw's cousins.
Well, Ronnie's mother and Amani's mother, Olanda, once called me a cousin of the Como Park basketball team as Harfield scores. 1:05 left.
You're definitely family to us, Mike, all of us.
That amazes me because I understand when people see me, they run away because non-celebrities frighten them. I didn't think I was that big a deal here.
Believe it or not, Mike. Believe it or not.
I've been doing this for 18 years. Well, I wrote myself into doing a little public speaking a couple days ago, going to a friend's event. That's what 18 years of broadcasting will get you. Watkins to Watkins. Harfield, she is Mrs. Clean out there. She's got 10 points, and I think 2 or 3 of them have come on putbacks, Ty.
Yep.
We're going to have a battle for player of the game honors here.
26 seconds.
Plenty of time, no shot clock here.
Tied game.
That's Tisa Mitchell doing PA. Oh, you should have been with us a couple years ago. Tisa was turning into Deadpool out there. And that is Alana Shaw, one of the Lady Legends players in this game. Alana Shaw, 4'10" point guard. I'm guessing she's still waiting for her growth spurt.
Yeah, she does. She talks about it every morning.
What do you like about her game, though?
Well, she is my kid. We live in the same home, so I like that she's going to get everything that I had in my bag.
This is Shaffa looking to get hers. Brownlee with the
10
rebound.
Seconds. 8 seconds.
Time for one more play. A game where the blue team went up big early. The green team cut it to 1. Watkins says, get out of here. And
Fearless.
nothing
fearless.
against Alana, but when you're
Fearless.
4'10", going up against a 5'11" athlete in Shea, you're giving up about a foot. And Sam-Brew opts to let time expire. So 24-23, blue team over green team in the first of 4 games here at the Triple Threat Girls Basketball Showcase. Ty, blue team got out to a big lead. Green team found their footing. It seems to be a battle of post players, though, at least for the green side with Harfield, and for the blue team, Watkins and Harris have both demonstrated their jumpers.
I was realizing at the beginning of the game that the blue team kept looking over at the green team because the green players were here, and the blue team was still waiting for their girls to show up. So I think now that they
Brownlee, I think, right. Brownlee was the late arrival.
Yeah, and I think they had to switch one girl over from green to blue. But they're seeming confident now.
They
Feeling
did.
good.
I think Layla Mayberry switched from the green team to the blue team.
Yeah.
Twin City Sports Broadcasting, and a whole lot more. That's what you get from TSB Television. We provide long-lasting digital coverage of your favorite athletes from the preps to the pros. Dazzling moves. Holloman, good if it goes. Yes! Game winners. James, she's in trouble. Finds James. Toss shot! It goes in! And everything in between. Before we let you go, do you want to say hi to anybody?
Oh, I don't know. That put me on the spot there.
If you want to connect with our audience, visit us at patreon.com/TSB Television or sponsor our coverage through PayPal and Cash App. Thank you for watching. Mike Peden and Ty Holt back here. Second half about to start at the Leonard Center, McAllister College in St. Paul. 2024 Triple Threat Girls Basketball Showcase. Ty, first half numbers, blue team leading the green team 24-23. Blue team got off to a big start. Green team found their footing later on. Looking at the numbers, Georgia Watkins, 12 points for the blue team. Blake Harris with 8. And for the green team, Ellese Harfield with 10. Mattea Wilson with 7. Arianni Shaffa has 5. Ty, it seems like this game is favoring the kids who have hit that growth spurt already. The kids who have a little height to them, but it's not just that. Georgia, it looks like she's been playing this game a long time when you look at that form of her jumper.
Yeah, I was watching that at warm-ups. Like I said, I thought she was one of the older kids just helping us with the younger kids. So that's amazing. That's amazing to see.
Well, I think she could hold her own. I guess we are going to see some of these kids in the next game. There will be some players who overlap and will take part in more than one game. So Blake Harris, for example. I see Shea Watkins is set to play in our next game. Arianni, Shaffa. And Crystal did that just to give folks subs. Oh, and Georgia Watkins is going to play too. So we're going to – if I can get a word out, I just hope Georgia has something saved for that next game.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm excited to see Georgia play in the next one.
Well, and Ty will be with us for that next game. And who knows, maybe one of yours, well, they're what, 5th graders out there, the Lady Legends?
Yep, 5th grade.
Now, will you be following them to high school, or what's going to happen when they reach that 7th, 8th grade level and start to look at varsity rosters?
Oh, I'm going somewhere. I don't know where, but I'm going somewhere. I'm going to coach high school somewhere, and they will follow me. They'll follow me.
Well, better than following me. Otherwise, they'll start memorizing fonts. That is Shea Watkins who gets the friendly bounce. So you know what? Now that I think about it, with Shea and Georgia playing the next game, if Shea doesn't do as well, then she can get Georgia back on the next game. I was thinking about that. They'll get to do a rematch.
Second chance.
How often do you get a second chance in life?
Not that often.
Blue team taking their first lead. Pass intercepted by Mayberry of the green team. Georgia Watkins backs off again, no shot clock. That's Delia Thornton-Fay guiding her youngsters. Mayberry. Now you notice as Harris went up for the putback. All right, I guess Georgia Watkins can work the post too.
Yeah.
But I noticed with Mayberry, you saw her line up a step beyond the college line, and you could kind of see her leaning forward.
Yep.
It was like you were telling your Lady Legends players, go to that gray line. And that's not a knock on Mayberry. We're not saying she was doing something foolish, but it's one of those things when you're a young kid, again, regardless of age level, you go out there in a college court, you may not have time to recognize the difference between high school and college lines.
Correct. They're probably just focusing on playing.
Well, Shea Watkins is focused on making an impact. She gets the putback. 27-26, blue over green. Shea Watkins coming into her own now. Wilson on Harris. Got the strip. Shea Watkins with the pick. Past one, past two defenders. She'll shoot two, and she's fouled by her sister Georgia.
And push their other sister.
Well, are they sisters too,
I'm
Mattea
just
Wilson?
going to say they are.
Because I know there's 3 Watkins out there. Well, they probably know each other too. So this is Shea. Again, Georgia Shea will play in the next game.
That shot is so beautiful.
No free throws for Shea,
Got her
but
own
she gets
rebound.
the ball back. Step back
Nice
3
move.
for Watkins, and again, went behind that college line. It goes back to what we were saying earlier, Ty. When I look at all these kids shooting at the college line, I'm guessing over time, and we see what Caitlin Clark has done, and even at the local level, Jordan Zubich had some range, Sarah Scalia from a few years ago. These kids, maybe not at this stage, but as they get into their bodies and become one with them, as Shea Watkins misses the 3, it's Harfield who goes to the line to shoot 2.
On the last foul, Cabela looked right at me because we talk about reaching all the time.
And we reaching for rebounds?
No, reaching.
Or avoiding the reach
was-
like for an over and back, or what are we?
She was reaching. She was reaching the last foul there. Someone was dribbling and she reached for the steal.
Okay.
Went across her body. And she looked right up here
so
at
that
me.
kind of reaching,
Yeah.
like working on reaching so she doesn't get herself into a foul call.
Correct.
That's important. Oh. Well, that was Shaw. She's ready to go, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
No free throws for Hartfield. 17:01 left in the second half. Green versus blue, and all the teams will be green and blue today. As we work our way through the age range, Shea Watkins got the tip against Georgia. And that's the younger Watkins, Maleah. Wilson to Mayberry, again the 2-1s. Not unlike what you see, except the 2-1s are playing for different teams. I was going to say, sometimes in the All-Star Series, you'll see duplicate numbers. Georgia Watkins short on the 3. Sam-Brew short on the layup attempt. Wilson zips her way down court.
Good take, left hand.
Wilson with 9. Of course, this is an all-star type of event. Wilson, though, she's ready to go. The scoop and score. Back-to-back buckets for Mattea Wilson. The 6th grader for Apple Valley Middle School, standing at 5 feet. Mayberry out to Georgia Watkins. Blue team with their largest lead of the game. Georgia looking to change that. And she's lost a bit of that touch after that fiery first half. Wilson, pass tip, but recovered. Couple of Lady Legends players guarding each other. Harfield.
Good shot.
That's for 2.
Reecie still has the jitters out there.
Reecie wearing 15. There's Georgia looking for the answer, can't get it. Blue team, they trailed by 12, and now they're up by
hustle.
7. Getting some subs in. 33-26. Blue team trailing the green team. Harris retrieves the rebound. That's Blake Harris.
Those shots.
Shea Watkins bringing the ball up. Harris trying to snatch it away. Mayberry with Watkins as a screen.
Strong take.
Takes a stroll to the rim and has a chance for 3. That's Shaffa. Added an and 1 earlier. And I believe Arianna is the younger relative of Anaya Shaffa, who logged some varsity time at Park Center this past year. Park Center with a lot of young guns. You'll see some of them later on today. But they're taking a step forward with Tyler Coley as head coach now. Mayberry, corner 3.
Good rebound. She's so little. Great rebound.
Ty,
And
either
she's
you'll
down the
have
court.
to.
And she's down the court.
Oh, who is that?
She's by
That
herself.
Reecie? Whoops. If she was a few inches taller, that pass would have found its mark. Who is that?
Harmonie.
Harmony. That's Harmonie?
Yep.
Harmonie. How tall is she? 4'11"?
Yeah, I think they might have met 4. I don't know.
She looks small out there.
Yeah, she is very small. She's one of my smaller players. We're crossing our fingers for her growth spurt, too.
13:38 left in the first half. But how about the blue team? Well, and the green team. I'm still trying to figure out who's home and away here, but I was going to say, how about the green team? Mattea Wilson with 11, Harfield with 12. Ty,
Oh, the green
that
team.
player of the game, it's going to be a tough one.
The green team. I didn't realize the score. They were down by 1 halftime.
Well, and they were down by 12 early in the game
Yeah, true.
with that white-hot Georgia Watkins. But you know this, basketball, a game of runs.
Uh-huh.
Even exhibition games like this one. The difference is no tournament seedings on the line, no tickets to be punched today. This is meant to be a celebration. And as we stated in the open, a lot of these all-star types of events, all-star series, Jordan Brand, McDonald's All-American Game, usually are a showcase for the seniors. Even the Intercity All-Star Classic, which Crystal referenced in her opening speech, had a senior game. We've never had an event like this that featured younger players. I did the Who's Next All-American games, and for a couple of years they've had an 8th grade game, kind of a futures game, if you will, but I like this, and I think it helps. It's probably going to give you a lot of pointers and reminders to these kids. Okay, either work on that three-point stroke so that they don't look lost out there behind that college line, or make that high school line in neon, maybe flashing colors.
There we go. I think a lot of them get caught watching, which is easy to do, I suppose.
Blake Harris. Now, why would you say that? Getting caught watching.
I'm watching them out there. As soon as they pass it, they're like, "Oh, what are they going to do?"
Are you talking about the players?
Yep,
Or, okay.
on the court.
The players.
Not so much moving without the ball.
Well, and I think of the greats. I think of all the greats who have played this sport. It's what they do without the ball.
Correct.
When you don't have control. I mean, it's fun. It's easy when you've got it. But are you making your motions? Are you running your routes? Pick and rolls, give and goes come to mind there. All emphasizing movement without the ball. Although Shea Watkins, I don't think you have to tell her to move without the ball.
Yeah.
And she can move just as fluidly with the ball. Shea's got 8. Ty, the Watkins sisters are turning this into their personal playground. 37-26.
Yeah, they seem like they do this in their sleep.
That's what I do every night when I go to bed. I call games in my sleep. They get really weird.
I believe that.
Actually, no, you asked me if I slept. No, it was Danny who.
No,
I
said,
you,
do
or
you
both
even
of you.
sleep? Do you even sleep, Mike?
That's because I covered over 100 games this year between high school and college. And there's one of your lady legends.
She's
Harmonie,
always open down there.
Uribe. That's interesting. Well, I suppose when opponents look at her, they go, here's this 4'0" kid.
Yep.
We don't have to worry about her, right?
Yep.
They kind of forget about her. Well, Ronnie Porter, she was 5'2" and turned from a walk-on into a scholarship player. Actually, she turned into a bona fide contributor at Wisconsin.
Yeah, she's out there doing her thing.
Only 5'2", and we saw this out of Audi Crooks at the tournament. She had that big game against Maryland in the first round. Why do I bring that up? It doesn't matter what your size is, what you look like. Short women can ball, big women can ball, and anyone in between can ball.
That's from the college 3.
I, on the other hand, cannot ball. I would probably break the scoreboard.
You might have to get a one-on-one with you, Mike.
That would just be practice to you.
We switch roles, and I do your job.
That would be a fun switch. Although you said you retired, though. Do you still go out there, play in any rec leagues or local leagues?
Funny you ask. When I walked in here this morning, the coach over there for the green team asked me, do I want to play in summer league? So, well,
I'd still like to think you have that jumper.
it's there. I guess the most practice I get was with my girls. They practice, I practice.
Well, Mattea Wilson putting in a lot of practice, gets the bounce. She's got 13. Ty, this is an insane swing of events. The blue team, they were up by 12. The green team is now up by 15, 41-26. And they could add to it here. Shaffa spots Wilson. She was left alone. Harfield, again, cleaning up that mess. I've noticed, Ty, maybe this is something that comes with more polish and reps. A lot of these reverses aren't going in.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a more difficult shot to convert than your typical jumpers or your layups.
Well, as a coach, in my eyes, how often are you practicing those reverses?
Right.
Are you in the gym doing those things, or? Good move, sister on
I
sister.
don't think we have to ask about Georgia Watkins practicing.
I wonder how often those two are playing one-on-one.
They probably were playing this morning. They probably woke up and said, let's go right now.
Last night, this morning.
Let's do a warm-up. We'll do a scrimmage. Get ourselves in game shape. 43-28. Well, Georgia having a great game. Shea responding after a slow start. Shaffa for three. Now, she looked a little more in form. Going back to what you said about practice, you can tell which kids maybe haven't worked on that yet if they're shooting a deep three and they're lunging forward with their body. Those who have that range, like Georgia Watkins, see how she pulls up. Straight up. I'm turning into a color analyst now. Mattea Wilson looking to color a couple more points, and she'll have to do it at the free throw line. I'm not keeping track of fouls in case you're wondering, or timeouts, because that's not why we're here. But Mattea Wilson, 13 points. She and Harfield leading the way for the green team. Wilson, they've got her at 5 feet. I don't think that's right. She looks taller than that, or maybe it's just me.
Nah, she looks taller than that.
We're going to have, you know what, we'll bring her up here. We can. You're what, 5'8"? Well, it was funny because when we did the podcast a few years ago, I had Ty, she was one of my many guests on, joked about being undersized, and you sometimes forget when you're on college rosters, they give you a couple of inches with the shoes on. I've always found that weird, I guess.
Yeah, they used to call me 5'10". I'm like, not at all.
Well, another player comes to mind.
Move.
Well, Georgia Watkins doing a little dance in the lane. She's coming to my mind right now. I've got Georgia on my mind. I'm sure she's heard that more than once, and I'll never be allowed to call her games again after that. Shaffa missing the three. Do we have time for a comeback, Ty?
Oh, for sure.
That's what Georgia's thinking. Oh, the lane is open again.
She says no.
Georgia, 20 points.
She's not going out like that.
Forget Marsha. It's Georgia, Georgia. If she keeps this up, the lights are going to go out in Georgia. 7:32 to go. Georgia Watkins, 20 points. And she has another game to play.
Oh, man. She came to ball. She came to ball.
Well, you better be ready. I'm sure you told your Lady Legends players that this morning when they came in. If you don't come ready, someone else is going to take you to school.
Yep. They're feeling it out there.
Someone's going to take you to school and make you the bus driver. I have time for all the puns today, folks. But this is what I love most about this triple threat event. You know, without the youngsters getting a chance to play, I'm sure Georgia and Shea and Mattea, Ellese, I'm sure they all do well with their AAU teams, but we wouldn't know about all of the things they're doing without this event.
Correct.
I remember years ago, Linnell Wright got to play in these games as one of the young guns, and she won a state championship at Minnetonka this past year. I think a couple of her younger players were scheduled to play but couldn't get here. Amani Crump, she played in this event.
Yep.
As a sixth grader.
I remember
Apparently,
that.
I was the first person who interviewed her in a game.
Oh, wow.
I'll never forget that, too, because I had her big sister, Ronnie, and I didn't know they were related yet because I look at last names.
Correct.
I sometimes forget that people and families can come from all different backgrounds. And
Good
Shea
pass.
Watkins, she can come at you from all different backgrounds. She's got 10. Georgia on Shea, beats her to the rim. Georgia, 22 points.
With 7 minutes
Did
to
someone
go.
tell her this is an exhibition game? This is like whose line is it anyway? The points don't matter? If
Yeah,
they did,
right.
I don't think she got the message.
You can't tell a hoop for that.
No. Oh, no.
And one.
I learned that no matter what, when you are serious about the game, much like you were, much like the Hicks sisters, oh, they always had fun with me. I think Angelique in particular. I'll never forget those days covering Humboldt games. They come ready to play. Shea, the fadeaway
There it is.
against Georgia. All
There it
right.
is.
Shea says, I'll see your bucket and raise you one.
Bucket for a bucket.
Bucket for a bucket. Well, they're going to be getting a lot of buckets here. All
It is.
right, Shea with the steal. I think Shea took that and won personally.
Everything's personal.
Harfield off the rim.
Good hustle.
Shea, like
Good
you
hustle.
said, Ty, moving without the ball.
Very important. Ooh,
Don't be
good
caught
block.
looking. Well, Sam-Brew gets the play there, but I think Shea and George are great examples. Oh. Well, you know what? The outlet didn't quite work out, but that was a good play by Shaw. Saw
Good
she
hustle.
didn't have the grip, couldn't get that grip cleanly, so she bounced it off of an opponent to keep possession.
Very smart.
But I was going to say, before that flurry of activity, I remember a conversation you and I had years ago, going back to my celebrity status, quote unquote, as Watkins takes the high-low and can't hit the fadeaway. I remember when you said, when people like me show up to do your games, even if it wasn't about you, it made you feel important. And I've never met these kids before. I don't know if they'll see this game or not, but when you spoke of how serious these athletes take it, even at a young age, that line you said about feeling important came back into my memory banks.
Yeah, this is the time they get to show what they have.
Well, Shea Watkins, all right, I do think she took that and won against Georgia personally.
I hope she
Georgia
did.
got one, and now Shea's like, enough funny business. Let's get down to work.
I'm telling you, they're not looking forward to dinner tonight. Whoever loses is not looking forward to it.
Well, remember, they do get another game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Actually, you know what? I think that dinner conversation is going to be a lot more fun now. Shea's gotten a few plays in. Her team is in front, which helps. Georgia's got 23 points. The rest of her team has just 12. Of course, this is an exhibition event. There's Shaw missing the jumper, and Georgia through the lane, too strong. Shea with the block on Buchanan. It's a scrum, and Shaw, all 4 feet, nothing. And that was Reecie.
That was Reese's rebound.
Reecie Ards, 15. Speaking of dinner table conversations, what are your kids going to say after this game?
They might avoid me. They'll avoid me.
They'll avoid you?
Yeah.
Why would they avoid you? You're not playing against them.
They might think I have a lot to say. Not today. I'm just letting them do them today.
Well, how often do they get to go against each other like this in an organized competition?
Nope. Never.
This will be good practice when they go on to their high school teams if they go different places.
Yep.
As you know, with AAU and youth leagues, everyone scatters about.
They have this fantasy in their head that they're all going to the same high school and the same college.
Well, Mariah Carey once had a fantasy all those years ago. I'd say that worked out pretty well. And I'm like, wait, you just picked up that reference. That was from 95. You weren't even born yet, were you? No, I don't know. You were born in 95.
That's the year I was born.
So
A star was born in 95.
Yes. Well, something was born in 87. I don't know if it's a star, but something. Maybe a black hole? No.
Nah.
No.
They have 3 minutes
Titan,
left.
one of Saturn's moons. That's what was born in 87. This is Shea Watkins at the line. She's got 14 points as we are running out the clock in this first of 4 games here. Shea Watkins had just 2 points in the first half. She's got 14 here pending the free throw. And remember, she's got another round.
Good shot.
She and Georgia have another round. Overall, Ty, what do you make of this game? I'd say the Watkins sisters, Georgia and Shea, really lit it up. And Mattea Wilson, she's got 15 points too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is pretty cool. I think that it's awesome that they got to come out here and show their skills off. Because it also shows that they don't just come here just to play. They're working outside of practice. This is their thing.
Brownlee with the rebound. Layla Mayberry got the last bucket for the blue team. And we'll have a 3-point shootout, as I understand it, after this game. Mayberry will go to the line.
I think this is an eye-opener for other girls, too, because, like, they might all not play each other during the season. So seeing other girls doing the same thing that they're doing, it might push them like, oh, wow, they're my age. I can do this, too. That's how I see it.
And it's important to remind folks, AAU, there are 4th, 5th, and 6th grade levels, but they're not quite as deep as 7 through 11 when you get to the high school varsity level. So that is a good point to make. Perhaps some of these athletes maybe don't get to see each other in summer ball, at least not yet.
Correct. Not yet. It'd be really cool watching them all play against each other again in high school.
Well, Crystal tabbed this event, or at least these games, as
Merissa Ards for the three-pointer.
You saw it here first, and we just saw Reecie Ards. Now, I saw she was behind that college line, too.
Yeah.
Kind of lunged forward.
She was shooting that at the beginning. I'm like, hey, that's the college three. She was like...
You were trying to point that out.
Yeah, she was like,
I think you're going to have to work on that, Ty. I think she forgot.
No, she looked at me and said, it's not that hard.
Well, it's easy when you make it. But, again, these are 5th and 6th graders. As they grow into their bodies, become one with their mechanics, their strength, you'll see it like the Watkins sisters stay straight up.
Yep.
It always bugs me when I see players lean forward because that usually tells me they haven't practiced that much yet.
Correct.
Yeah, don't need to make wild shots. Just let it come to you. And it will come.
Will come.
High-low, not quite there. Our next game will feature 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And a few carryovers from this game. I'm looking forward to seeing what that turns out.
Yeah, I really want to see the sisters again, but I wonder who's coming in next. I want to see that talent.
Well, you'll get to see it right here at the Leonard Center. I guess we'll find out how tired the Watkins sisters are.
Oh, they don't even look tired.
Not yet. 45 seconds left, and what will be a win for the green team, coming back from 12 down. But again, this is all about fun, and you know that, Ty, being an all-star yourself. I'm guessing you have fond memories of that weekend, getting to hang out with 40 of the other state's best.
I do remember that, and it pulled me out of my comfort zone.
It did?
A little bit.
Really?
Just a little bit. Just that weekend.
Okay, I was going to say.
No, just that weekend.
Okay, why would it be out of your comfort zone? Uh-oh. That's interesting. I usually get great vibes. Everyone talks about how fun it is to do bowling and all these other things. But that's interesting you would say that.
Yeah, I usually stick to myself, so that was a lot.
Okay.
That was a lot to handle for me.
Hanging around with 39 people that you might not have seen before. I get it.
Yeah.
It's tough when you're a fish out of water. Mattea Wilson, not one of them, though. Looks like she's been doing this a long time. It probably was no different, though, when you suited up for the first time.
Whew. I can't even.
For Humboldt.
I can't even remember that. I know it was dreadful for me the first year. I didn't think it was my thing. I was like, no, I don't like basketball.
I remember
this
the
is not for
stories.
me.
You were trying to weasel your way out of practices. Your mom said, nope. And now look at you.
I did the same thing
You
in
can't
college
get
my
enough
first
of it.
year. My first year of college, I did the same thing. I tried to quit.
And then you ended up setting the school record for career points. You still hold the record for rebound steals. You were 6th Woman of the Year. We
Quitting
can't
is
keep
not
you
an
away
option.
from this sport now. All the coaching you've been doing.
Yeah, no, never.
I want to thank all the people who stayed on Ty to make sure she wouldn't give up this sport. Especially those lady legends. I'm sure they're glad to have you.
Yeah, those are my
guiding them.
babies.
7.1 seconds left as we put a bow on this game. Again, I think we'll have a 3-point shootout after this, and then we'll try to get some players up here. Well, with the Watkins sisters, they might have to sit up for the next game. I got to see who's playing because I might have to wait until game 2 to bring them up here. We could set some records today with combined totals,
And
but
that's game.
it's a wrap.
That's game.
The green team knocks off the blue team 56-38 in the first of 4 games here at the Triple Threat Girls Basketball Showcase. 16 points for Mattea Wilson, 15 for Shea Watkins, and Georgia Watkins for the blue team, 23 big ones.
Wow, that has got to feel good. She's gonna walk into this next game with her head held high.
And right times lie ahead, I think, for all of these players. Mic'd Up Sports is TSB Television's talk show series. Available on all major podcast platforms, we offer sports figures, past and present, a place to convey stories and adventures on a deeper level than our traditional game coverage. Whether you're a superstar athlete or someone who works behind the scenes, we'd be honored to share your story. If you'd like to be a guest, contact us at The Mike Peden on all major social platforms. And we're joined by Ellese Harfield. There are a few players who are also playing in our second game, so we'll wait to bring them in for a post-game chat. But Ellese, 15 points today. A lot came on putbacks, and that played a big part in getting your team the win today. So how fun was it to go out there and mix it up with some other 5th and 6th grade youngsters?
I mean, it was fun. I guess, it's kind of like fun to work with new people instead of just like the same team. So it was definitely fun.
When you got the word and when you knew you were going to play in this event, what emotions, what feelings did you have getting a chance to showcase your talents?
I was super excited. I felt like I could be a part of something and show off my talent to other players and former maybe scouts or other people. And I knew I was going to be on YouTube, so I was pretty excited.
Well, you're definitely going to be on YouTube now, and I'm sure your parents are going to be looking for this. So what was your favorite moment from your game today?
Probably just, I want to say, probably just all my putbacks and getting the smiles from like my parents and my coaches that are here to support me and my teammates.
When did you start playing this sport?
I started playing when I was around 5 years old. I started like training camps, and then in kindergarten I was on a 4th grade team.
So you're a wily veteran already as just a 6th grader. Well, now I feel completely like an underachiever. No, I'm kidding. Who is your favorite player in the sport of basketball?
Honestly,
Put you on the spot there, didn't I?
yeah, there's a lot to pick from. I like the Boston Celtics, so I'm gonna say Jason Tatum. He's one of my favorite players. I don't know, I just like him. He's a big like me, you know.
He is a popular choice among fellow women's players, and I can't blame Ellese or anyone else for picking Jason Tatum. He's pretty solid. So what do you hope to achieve? Because you'll be in 7th grade, you'll be eligible for varsity play. I don't know where you're at with that, but what are you excited about as you continue this basketball journey?
I'm excited to see how much I'm going to progress, and I've already got word with the high school coach that I can join the team next year.
And which team, if I may ask?
Coon Rapids.
Coon Rapids. Okay, I know their coach, and Coon Rapids, they're building something over there. So we might see you get a few more putbacks. What goes into that form? Because I saw you and Shea working those boards quite well today.
Well, wait, what was
What goes into that? How do you get putback opportunities like you did today?
Well, I'm really tall. It comes from my genetics, and I just work hard enough to get the ball. I don't know. It's all about effort and energy. Yeah.
And genetics, apparently. That goes a long way, too. But you're right. Hustle, effort. You can't coach that. You can't pass that on like other genetics. That comes from within. And I think you don't have any trouble when it comes to putting in work today. What are you excited about moving forward?
I'm probably excited about our out-of-state tournaments that we have. We have a lot of those, Puma circuits, flying. It's going to be fun.
Well, go check out the woman who I like to call Mrs. Clean with all the putbacks she put up today. Before we go, Ellese, you want to say hi to anybody?
Hi, Papa and Grandma in Arizona, and I hope you're watching this, Dad. You better be watching it.
I'm sure they will. Ellese, thanks for stopping by. Congrats on the performance, and I wish you well as you continue your basketball career. And who knows, maybe we'll get to see you put in a few putbacks for Coon Rapids.
For sure.
It's Ellese Harfield We'll continue our coverage of the Triple Threat Girls Basketball Showcase shortly.